and I go to work. Went to work, I went back to my own neighborhood, and I saw this kid who I've known, he was a younger brother of mine I knew. He looked really old, really old. And he came up and he said, "Yo, son, I'm starving. Son, I'm starving." And I looked at him, and it was amazing to me because he was like way overweight. And it's like, he just came up, and he came on the block, on the corner, and he was starving. Hit me off. That was the thing he wanted to hit him off, get him starved. And he's going to buy a Twinkie and some wine, and he's going to do something random. Twinkie and wine was amazing. I was married then, so he's also going to have sex, with some, get the girl. So you get Twinkie for breakfast, some wine, and have sex. I was thinking, I'm a vegan. I don't eat any animal product at all. I don't eat no dairy. I don't eat no egg. I don't eat no fish. I don't eat no chicken. I don't eat none of that stuff. So I was up at 5. I've been through the workout, which working is hard, right? It's harder. Workout is harder than work, honestly. But doing an actual yoga class and trying to smile while you stand on your head is hard. But the work itself is easy, right? But anyway, I've done all this stuff. He's just waking up, groggy, and a headache. I don't get high, so the wine is out of the question. I definitely don't eat no Twinkie. And I was married, so I couldn't have like go out with some new girl, new hot girl he just met. So all these things that he think made him rich, this is what makes you rich, right? You get wine when you want, cake when you want, you get to hang out without work. So he's starving, he's rich. And I'm working by, I'm working. So what does rich mean? Rich is consciousness, rich is happiness. Rich is you get up in the morning, you go to work, you feel good about yourself. It can't be that you get cake, because he's twisted. He's going to get high, he's going to get cake, he's going to get a girl, he's going to do all the rich stuff. But that's not rich. Rich is in your heart, you get up, and you become a good giver. And then all of that good givers, like I said, are good getters. So you got to get up, put on a happy face, and go to work. That's the hustle right there. And that's it. Come on.
Before I open it up for some student questions, I want to say, what's next for Russell? I mean, you've done it all. I mean, why keep going? What's next for you?
Yes, today.
But what's next?
What am I going to do? Go to sleep and not get up?
But what's next?
Next. Well, I global grind. I'm on the hustle global grind. I try to frame all this. When you read global grind, you notice the same story you read on the other site. I frame it in a way that it makes good sense. I try to get the artists to talk about what they really care about, which is always helping the community. I try to get it to be, so to me, having an effective media on the community and getting the artists to really speak out and do good things, that's good for me. So that's one. I had a new clothing company in Macy's. I had a new clothing company in Walmart, one in Sears. I got a financial service company for underserved communities that builds credit, gives cheaper loans, going to get health care. And I have 5 charities, which is really my job full time, 5 charities.
Yes.
So I do that.
Thank you so much.
I think I said, I want to repeat something. I said, I work not because they can pay me, but they can't pay me nothing. And whatever I have, I don't stay home and watch the big screen. I go to work. So this is an important point because they cannot pay me anything. I learned that. I want you to know that you have everything. If somebody can raise their hand at this moment in this room and tell me they need something this second, they'd be lying. And 1 hour from now, you think you have everything, it's true. Right that moment, you have everything. You don't need anything. And those who know that they don't need anything, and those who operate from abundance, from a happy place, they attract all the toys. So you have to go out there and, like I said, I keep saying, put on a happy face. I tell my daughter, just practice love, like be graceful, move, that's what we mean by be cool, just be cool and graceful, and just keep an attractive vibe about you. Be a good giver.
did you have growing up? Yeah, as you was a child.
As a child, I was, I was very lucky. I had two parents. They didn't separate when I was older, so I had two parents. I had an older brother who was kind of modest. I saw him go through a lot of stuff. When I was a kid, a whole neighborhood was devastated by shot heroin. And then everybody in their generation right before me shot heroin in their arm. Like that's what they did. And so they destroyed their lives. I saw that. I was fortunate enough to do exactly that. But I saw a lot of, gangs, a lot of things around me. But, I find my footing to kind of like I said, who you hang out with is who you are. So even if I had those friends, I saw those friends, I found other friends. And I'd be like, where Russ going? He went with the other friends, and I was lucky to have gone with the other friends. So my appeal to you is like, if your man is crazy, you can't drag it with you somewhere good, and you can't go with him because they're taking you, so you gotta find other friends, maybe not, but you might need to. So as a child, I was lucky enough to find other friends.
All right, great, thank you. Next, we have a young lady here. What is your name? She looks fabulous.
My name is Octavia Powell. I go to Bushwick Community, and I would like to ask you, how
Did
do
we
you
get all the Bushwick kids?
Yeah.
All right, now I'm sorry.
I was just like to
Let me
ask
get
you,
this.
how do you personally feel about the way that women are portrayed in the hip hop community?
That's a good question. I don't know how much they teach you about the abuse of women, not only on rap records, but in general. President Obama just made a very good gesture to make it equal pay for women. I wonder, sometimes I think the language of rap, the language is so abrasive. And the adults hear the language and they're like, look what they're saying. But meanwhile, the preacher won't let the woman in the pulpit. And, sometimes I see the rappers and they just have bad language anyway. Some of them are gangsters for real anyway. But it's the language, but then I notice that they're managed by women. So, it used to be, the old singers didn't have a woman managing it, but now the world changed some. The Christian church and with other religions, other places, women have to, if they were a part, if women were a part of the world the way they should be, we wouldn't abuse the animals, the planet, or each other so much. Women's voices are so valuable that locked out of the debate so much. So the adults like to say, oh, look, they're wearing a funny outfit. But then they had, throughout the years, always has been that kind of outfit, just different names. And they sit and watch their old stuff, and then they watch the young people, they had miniskirts in their, right? Before me, they had the miniskirt. It was crazy, right? Like miniskirt, right? When I was a kid, I saw them. So I'm saying sexism is lessened now than it was. But you hear the dialogue that they used to whisper in the back, now it's in the front. So on the rap record, you hear how sexist men are. Because they're bold, they say anything. They'll tell you whatever they're thinking. That used to be a secret, how horrible and abusive the society has been to women. So as women, when you hear those records, it's your job to say, I ain't talking about me. Or